We'll kick off the round of 64 for the men, where we'll check out M.Rodrigues, very recently of the Championship Tour Paris, taking on Kalani Ball from Australia, Kade Matson from the USA, Joh Azuchi of Japan, who's really well clinically in the opening round, J.Azuchi.
He's always had good results at this spot, and you just see the 617, nice little first turn. Just watch how he flows through his maneuvers, just no hang-ups whatsoever, and just smashes the lip on the last one.
He got himself back there last year by virtue of Challenger Series performances. This is the pathway back to CT, kicking off at Pipeline next year. And he's such a good competitor with an amazing repertoire of skills. Let's check him out here as he goes on a smaller inside wave. And just the speed is unbelievable as he snaps off a rail and just keeps that board absolutely motoring down the line. Thrown in the variety as well. And just looking so sharp. A lot of venom in his turns as well. And just showing you don't necessarily need to wait for one of those bombs. Find yourself a little opportunity.
We'll stare down at the end of the first wave too. This wave a lot smaller, but just look at the speed down the line. It just really keeps his rail activated. And I love how he blows the...
So early on in the heat, already some significant numbers going down. And we're expecting, as this spell continues to fill in, some fireworks in this one. Here's Kalani Ball, great turn from him to open up. Wow, that thing's huge. A big amplitude from his turns as he really attacks that bottom turn, commits hard, which he does with success. Here's Matson, the American. Really powerful surfing wind into these maneuvers, just whipping that board. He arrives late at that one and does it really well. Great ball control there from Kate.
Yeah, incredible board control, nice and quick between those turns, that transition being really quick.
That 617 for Rodrigues. Here is the heat leader, second prio, takes a wave here and just bounding off the bottom. Releases the tail, kind of gets a recovery line down. It's a technical kind of turn as he goes looking for an inside section and a more authoritative finish from him. He likes it. So kind of almost losing control a bit early on, recovering really well, stamps a bit of authority, slams the lid shut for the finish.
Yeah, he almost wasn't compacted into those waves. He had a little bit more wall to work with, but watching live action here.
Yeah, here he goes again. And that one goes a bit wrong for him. He had a few pumps off the bottom, a couple of squirts, and then by the time he got to the...
I've been surfing around the contest area a bunch. I got sick for a couple of days, so I didn't surf while it was really good. But yeah, it's really nice, and I've been surfing a bunch.
It's great to have you here, and good luck in the next round, and well done on that last heat. Back to you guys.
Lines filling in. Priority is with Azuchi. Got a 5 early on. We've not seen much from him. He's just kind of chilling, really, at the top of the peak thus far. Let's see if this one tickles his fancy. Here he goes, having a paddle. And he's in on a nice looking opening section. It goes a touch soft. He'll just have to swoop back off the rail, but gets so low to his board in that whitewater to set up for his next turn. That's really nice. Really technical as he realizes he didn't have a whole lot of room there. He had that kind of short radius and manages to just get a bit of variety, get that board away from him. Oh, bit of a building swell. We saw that tide graphic earlier. We're about, what, half an hour away from the low water. And things will fill in throughout the rest of the morning towards the mid-afternoon high. Here goes Matson. Just uncoils and clips a top turn and then a wrap in the pocket on the rail jamming. And then really nicely done for the finish.
Just jazz hands there.
I like that last maneuver. Just really aggressive, lots of flow, and also super stylish.
Technical on the third turn. That was an incredible finish. Here we go, pot cut, up and riding, and he goes into the rail work straight away. There's a reason this kid's sitting 14 on the Challenger right now.
Let's get another look at his wave.
Lovely bottom turn, really like it, and this is the big turn, just hammers into the lip.
Throwing up some big spray, so looking to just wash off the backup number 317. He did not want that in his pocket. Meanwhile, Azuchi, the heat leader, here he goes. Stretched out wave in front of him. Just kind of holds his line looking for something. But, pulls in and goes traveling through a throaty section. And I think you probably realized that one was always running away from him, but you're a surfer, you got a ton of speed. Okay, Rodrigues, here he goes, trying to come behind the section. Just exactly to your point there, Tasha. As he paddled in, you can kind of see that one was getting away from him always.
We lost focus.
Azuchi here, really nice, releasing that tail. I love the style. And just super casual as well. Doesn't really telegraph his turns, does he? He seems to kind of, it's not like he's deciding on maneuver late, but he just decides to show us what he's doing quite late. Asking a question of the judges. Meanwhile, Rodrigues, here he goes, paddling in hard. He's got the bit between his teeth here, and he'll flare up and go for the punt. And that one is a bit of a flat spin. It's an incompletion as well. A few more seconds will wash off. Ball goes from 4th to 1st. Well, let's just stick with the live here because we've got a paddle. And we're checking out Azuchi, 2nd place, the Japanese surfer off the bottom. Really nicely done again. It's smooth as you like. Bang. And he tags that one. And once again, he's so good at just controlling those turbulent spots of the recovery. What happened prior to the break, this was Azuchi consolidating 2nd here.
Yeah, and just with a 2-turn combo, but he's just got so much style. He almost does.
Right, Matson's been a little quiet here, and he needs to get going in 3rd right now. That's a beautiful turn off the top as he holds that rail really nice. Gets the end section hit as well. He's got a bit of fire.
A lot of fire.
Eyes on the prize, focus, big bottom turn. Wham, lovely carve to start things off, and no downtime in between the turns. Hits the lip, critical section. I think the judges are going to like.
Great. You know, the 2nd turn, I felt he got hung up a little bit.
He had to skid it a little bit, didn't he? The wave, just relatively speaking, backed off a bit. Meanwhile, absolutely motoring down the line. We know what's coming. Massive rotation. He'll hang on to that. Rodrigues, this is what he'll do. When he's in a position, you put him in a corner, he'll go big. And we're expecting a big score in for Matson from that 2-turn combo. Let's enjoy this again.
Yeah, you see him pumping down the line here. And like I said, watch the back leg. He's loading. Just busts at full rotation. Had a little bit of a skate make at the bottom there, but I think just the fact that it was landed in such shallow water on such a heavy section, the judges had to reward him. Just look how he kicks the back foot out there. And I mean, to recover there in that section, just incredible surfing from M.Rod.
Worth the claim, hey? Worth the claim.
What a heat this is. You can't really take your eyes off this action. Kalani Ball now, who was in the lead until fairly recently with big numbers. Here he goes. Hitting the lip hard. Getting that little slide out of the lip. And then a quick stinging turn. And he'll go down a hole for an exit. 4 on the clock. Yeah, crowd absolutely loving this display. Big numbers in for this guy. What's he got for us here? And he goes again with a real speedy spin. That one a touch flatter. Ball just got away from it. Meanwhile, Azuchi in the spot bother now with a couple of 6s. Here he goes, streaking down the line. Bang into the lip. Nice amplitude to the turn at airdrop as well. And quickly gets out. So this heat is just relentless. Kalani Ball having a dig and a look. He's got big numbers himself. 13.77 at the moment. Well, actually the previous to last, because he did get a quick throwaway. Okay, Ball needs to find something here. 6.64 is not a huge number for him. He's already bettered that. What's he got for us? He'll flare up, blows out the tail,